Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
On 2, ready? Let's get set. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Cavity Lions.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Downs going in motion left. Now it's Richardson. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll try and do this himself. Just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready? Set, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On 1, ready? Here we go.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Gun. Start. Wide 80. 12. Start.
Burrow will throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Colt defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Toward the sideline, And look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
19, Tiger, 19.
He'll keep it himself. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Richardson to throw off play action. He'll try and do this himself. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 180.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's second down at 5.
Gun. Stop. 180. Eleven. Stop.
Burrow on play action. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abuka able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Burrow looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that it's...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Luka 19. Go.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go. 180. He's hot.
Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here we go. Right, 80.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Returnable here from the 38. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hey, check that. Let's go now. Check, Bobcat. Cut it. Ready.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Very quickly here, and that's complete. Good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Pat to 60. Let's go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Gun. Cut. Hey, can. Cut.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far.
Here we go.
They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
180.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Lion, let's go.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football.